Look for happiness in today. Look for the best part in your struggle. I really need you to calm down, okay? I really need you to calm down. No, let myself be a human just like everybody else. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Women Talk Podcast. You're here with your host, Jabri, and this is episode number 12 of season number 2. I'm happy to be back with you guys. I don't have any announcements for us this week, so let's get straight into the topic. Okay. Let's talk about it, girls. Let's talk about it. I have to say I'm very disappointed in us all. And when I say us. I mean me too. It's time to talk about being Delulu.
About this guy that literally ran me over, cheated on me, blocked me, never talked to me again, took me to therapy.
And why it's not cute. Why it's not healthy. It's not conducive to your future. And why you should absolutely not romanticize the idea of delusions. So let's just talk about the origins of the word Delulu. So Delulu originated as a slang term in the K-pop community in 2014 and became popular through TikTok in 2022. Obviously, the word derived from the word delusional. And let's define delusional so that we can hear the real definition of this cute word that we're walking around putting Lulu on the end of. So delusional is an adjective, and delusional is characterized by holding false beliefs or judgments about an external reality that are held despite indisputable evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition. And I didn't add that last piece on there for a little bit of razzle dazzle. That's what Google says. That's literally on Google if you look it up right now. The end is typically a symptom of a mental condition. So, if that doesn't stop you, we're going to continue to talk about why romanticizing having delusions is not cute. Like, it's not fun. It's not a silly little word. It's real. Delusions are real. Delusions often lead to higher levels of stress and anxiety. So think about it. Let's say, because we all know where delusional really ends up, showing its head every day is with men typically, or I'll say with your love interest, because everybody doesn't like men, but with your love interest. That's where usually being delusional rears its ugly head, right? And let's say you decide, okay, I'm going to be delusional about this man. And I'm going to just decide that he loves me, even though we don't speak, we don't talk. That's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like we really don't talk like that. But I know he loves me because he liked my picture on Instagram yesterday and it gave me butterflies. So we're together. Now imagine how much anxiety can come from that situation. I know you girls got a lot of ways. I know you know, because again, we all know, but literally you're just setting yourself up for anxiety with that. When imagine he pops out with a real girlfriend tomorrow. Do you think your brain that you've been telling every single day that this is your man is going to just automatically recognize the fact that he's not your man? He has a girlfriend? Or do you think you actually might end up just a little bit hurt? You actually might end up a little bit sad over someone who you never had to be sad over if you didn't romanticize being delusional about someone who doesn't even know you, who doesn't even like care about you. And obviously it gets different than that. Like, obviously, delusions are not only about people who don't know us and don't care about us, but there are people who show us with their actions, like not responding to certain things or not giving you the attention you want or the affection you want. And when we decide that we're treating that person like that is the attention we wanted and that is the affection that we wanted, your brain does not know the difference, sweets. We always talk about manifestations and what's the word that I'm looking for? Affirmations, right? You know, manifestations and affirmations are simply repetition. They're just repetition over and over and over. When you affirm yourself, you say the same thing over and over and over. There's science behind that. There's a reason that affirmations work. So you're affirming your delusions to yourself, because affirmations aren't just I love myself and I'm gorgeous. An affirmation is a thing, like a word with a definition. Like I be trying to show y'all. Y'all just want to run around and be like, oh, I'm Delulu. It's fun. It's cute. No, words mean things. Words have real definitions that mean things. And when you run around saying them, imagine. Delusional was already a word. Unless you just learned about the word delusional, within the past, since 2022, when it became popular for the reason we're talking about, then your brain already knew what the word delusional meant. And your brain is not so slow that it doesn't know that Delulu is short for the word delusional. So now your brain already knows what delusions are. Maybe you didn't know it was to the extent that you might have a mental condition, but your brain already knows what delusions are. You shortened it and made it something cute, but your brain still knows. And your brain is literally locking in and affirming you being delusional, which is dangerous. Like, I don't know if we realize like how quick mental health things come up. You get enough anxiety, you might create an anxiety disorder for yourself, think around a whole thing that you had to have no anxiety over. Like this was not, you didn't have to do this to yourself. You never had to have anxiety over this thing, but you chose to go out your way to be delusional about a person, place, thing, whatever that didn't serve you. Now it just hurts you at this point. Typically what I see people talking about is, like I said, a man or a love interest or someone that, that they're interested in, just being delulu about a person. Now, let's really sit down, break that down and think about it. Because you're a person too. Think about a person, one that you don't know the extent of their feelings for you, sitting in a space thinking about you, thinking about y'all two, doing things that y'all have never done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about the way that you are delusional about that person and who they are to you. Imagine a man you don't like saying, that's my girlfriend. In real life, telling all his friends, like, that's my girlfriend. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. The thought actually just gave me chills. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. You guys, we have to stop. we must stop. And it's not healthy. Like I said, you're just affirming that to yourself. And all you're going to do is end up hurting yourself when that person doesn't give you the attention or show you what you feel like you deserve because you feel like they're your entire partner in your head. It's not good. It's not good. It's not healthy for you, and it's not healthy for that person either. Really think about the person that you're being delusional over. When I say that, I mean that. Like, if you really care about that person, then you wouldn't want to scare them, right? I don't know. Maybe you would. I don't know. Maybe that's your style. But yeah, just keep that in mind when you decide you want to be delulu over a man and be in your room being like, that's my man, out drinking with your friends like my man, and that's not your man. Imagine a nigga doing that with you. Like, imagine a nigga out at the bar with his friends like, my bitch calling, and you are not his girl. Oh my gosh, when I say that, like, literally, that just changed my entire perspective on the situation, because that's actually pretty gross. So yeah, I don't mean to call y'all out. I'm so sorry, sisters. I understand. Like, it's hard to not be delulu out here too, especially when people feed your delusions. Now, not only do we only feed our own delusions, but sometimes people feed your delusions. Sometimes people give you a little bit of this and they do a little bit of that. Or sometimes, like, let's say you're being delusional about a job. Maybe the boss from that job talks to you and gives you some type of false hope that you really are going to have it. But in reality, you know that's not your job. You know you don't have it. Like, you know this is all false hope. But you're just going to say, I'm going to just be delusional. I got the job. We can just think of how many ways that could be harmful. That's harmful to your pockets. That's harmful to your psyche. That's harmful to your confidence. That's harmful to so many things. And it takes away. This is the most important part about being delusional about anything. When you are delusional about stuff, when you decide, I'm going to be Delulu, you are taking away energy from things that you are actually meant to be by. You're taking away energy from things that actually are going to serve you. You could be putting energy into a man that really cares about you, but instead you're putting energy into the man that you're Delulu about. I mean, you could be missing out on somebody that really gives a fuck about you, like literally, but instead we're putting so much energy over here. And maybe you don't know this man yet, but maybe you could have met him if you wasn't so busy being Delulu about him. And I say that because if he not being serious about you, then what's it to you? I don't know. Like, are you not a catch, sister? He should be serious about you if that's what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on what's going on, whatever you want, that's what he should be giving to you. Stink. And if not, let him go. Yeah. Like I was gonna say, I don't mean to call y'all out. Like, I'm really not trying to. The only reason I actually realized that being Delulu was an actual issue was because of myself. Hate to say it. Yeah, I was on the phone having a conversation with my friend, and I literally said the word, like, I love feeding my delusions. I said those words, like, yes, I'm sitting over here feeding my delusions. It's so fun, blah, blah, blah. Then I had to sit back and say, you know what? That's actually not cute. That's not cute at all. To be feeding your delusions, knock it off. So then I had to do the work and go inside and figure out what that was about. And you know what I'm saying? What was going on with me. And I'm still doing the work. I'm not going to tell y'all what the work was specifically about because that's my business. But yeah, I'm still doing the work. So usually I do come and I give y'all like I would say like, okay, now we're going to talk about how not to be delusional, but I'm still working on it. Give me a second. Maybe we'll have a part 2 to this. But right now, I don't have the answers for y'all. I'm working on it slowly but surely. The best thing I can say is to focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you need and what's going on in your life. And you will not be able to have time to focus on being Delulu about anybody. That's the best thing I got for you guys. And that was really it for the topic this week. Yeah, moral of the story, stop being delusional. Being Delulu is not cute. Yeah. Delulu is out in 2024. Now we're going to introduce a new topic that I want to start doing. I don't know if I want to start doing it at the beginning of the show or at the end of the show. But today, obviously, we're doing it at the end because I felt like the message in the beginning was a lot more important than this, and it is things I learned this week. Now, these are not going to be things that I just learned this week. Some of these things are going to be things that I had to go over, like, you know, repetition in life. You know, things repeat themselves until you learn them. So some of these things are going to be things that I already knew about, but life just had to, you know, remind me this week. Something specific happened that said, you know what, think about this. First thing I learned this week, boric acid suppositories. Men, get out. Get out. If there are any men here any further, leave right now. I'm waiting. Okay, ladies, boric acid. Why y'all didn't tell me you got a new coochie after that? Like, why didn't y'all tell me that this was a thing? I've been using boric acid for the past, what's today? Monday? For the past like 5 days now. I will never go back. I will never go back. I'm not going to use it on a regular basis. I'm just going to try and use it like maybe once a week, maybe, possibly. But they say you can use it up to like 2 or 3 times a week, I think. I'm not going to do it that many times. If once a week, maybe every other week. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that stuff is the truth. And it says it cures a whole myriad of things like yeast infections and stuff. I didn't even have anything wrong with me. I just did it. I just wanted to see what the hype was about. People was like, it gave me a brand new coochie. So I'm like, ooh, I want a brand new coochie. What's that about? So I decided to try them out, and it's a 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. Okay? 10 out of 10. Okay, and the second thing I learned this week was, honestly, it's better to ask questions than assume. And that just kind of goes for most things. Like, just ask questions before you assume things. Before you assume anything about anybody. Just ask questions. Yeah, that was it for today's episode. I feel like I wrapped that one up nicely. This is going to be shorter than my episodes usually are, but I think that's okay. I think y'all deserve a short episode. Y'all be listening to me talk for a long time. So yeah, I just want to end this episode off with just telling y'all kind of where I am in my life, just because I know we talk about my life a lot, and I don't know, I give y'all like these little kind of touch-ins, and yeah, I just want to just shape things up and just give y'all just what I got going on right now. So personally, I'm not going to give anything specific, but I feel like there are a lot of things on the precipice for me. Like, I just feel like there are a lot of things on the rise. I feel a lot of things happening, a lot of things coming. I feel some and I see some, literally. So I'm happy about that. And I kind of just feel like I'm going to use the light at the end of the tunnel analogy. I kind of feel like at first I was in a very dark tunnel where I saw no light, and I just kept moving forward. I just kept trucking, and I started to see a little light, and it started to get bigger and bigger and illuminate and glow. And then it was like, oh my gosh, hope, hope, hope. And I started to see the light, and I liked it. And then the light got as bright as it could be, and all I saw was light. So it was just like kind of all I had was hope. At that point, there was no more darkness. I only had hope. But hope only gives you so much. Like, I was seeing the light, but it was almost like I was literally like blinded by the light at the end of the tunnel at this point. I couldn't see beyond the light. Now I feel like I was going through that blind moment where I just kind of had to trust and just, again, keep moving forward. And now I'm in a space where I can kind of see like the outline of the trees and like the fuzzy like bushes, and like I can kind of see the horizon outside of the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's not clear yet. Like, I don't have the blueprint. I don't know exactly what it looks like out there, but I kind of do. And it's just really exciting for me, especially after the year that I had. So yeah, I'm just happy that y'all kind of feel like the scenery at the end of my tunnel sometimes. Yeah, it's been good. I feel good, honestly. Things get me down, definitely. Like, I have my days. I'm an emotional person. I'm a Cancer. You know what we do. We gonna cry. I was just crying over the weekend. But honestly, overall, I feel really good. I'm getting back into working out again after my accident. I did yoga this morning. I did some booty workouts, some Pilates. You Pilates girls. My hat is off to you. Yeah. I know I say but yeah all the time. That's it. I'm ending it here. I love you guys. I hope you come back next week to hear what I got to say, and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.